Started. That's what Hello guys, how are you? Can you guys hear me? Perfect. We're going to start in a minute. Everybody else join. Alright guys, so we're going to start. So we're going to start with question 81. You guys can see that, right? 81. Alright, let's start this one. So first of all, it says the diameter of, my AC is on. Is it bothering the sound? Is it okay? Okay, fine. Let's start. All right. Okay. So the diameter of a car's wheel is 28 inches. Okay, so we have the car's wheel. Diameter is the line here. It's 28 inches. If the car travels 176 feet, that's an inch. Total it traveled like 176 feet. How many revolutions of a wheel are needed to cover the distance? So revolution means like revolving, going around. Mainly circumference. This is going to help with both 8th grade and 9th grade, so don't worry. So yeah, so we're looking for the circumference of the circle. That's what one revolution is. So with 28 inches diameter, what is the circumference of this circle? What is the formula to find the circumference? Somebody tell me in the chat. Circumference of the circle. Yeah, pi d. Pi times the diameter. diameter is 28 inches, so it's 28 pi. That's the circumference of the circle, but in inches, right? So they said, okay, use 22 over 7 for pi. So I can say 28 times 22 over 7. Well, 7 goes into 28 4 times. And 4 times 22 is 88. So 88 inches, that's the total, revolution. One revolution is 88 inches. But it has to cover 176 feet. Yeah, it has to cover the 176 feet. So what do we do about that? Who can tell me? So I have 88 inches, the circumference, and it has to cover 176. Yeah, that's right, Ren. So 176, if we can see that, we can just divide 176 by 88, but there is a problem. What is the problem with just dividing 176 by 88? Who can tell me? Yeah, the feet thing. Yeah. So I can just multiply 176 by 12. Now they're all inches. And whatever the answer will be, we can simplify things. Like for example, simplify by 2 first. Let's say this is 44. That will be 6. Let's simplify by 2 again. So that will be 3, and this is 22. And 22 goes how many times in 176? 24 times? Okay, let's see, 24 times 22, 8, 4, 8, 4, 5, 12. But yeah, that's not... Okay, so we can do it like simply here by simplify by 2 again, so we get 11. Simplify 176 by 2, we get 8, 88. Okay, so 11 goes into 88 8 times, and 8 times that 3 is 24. I'm just simplifying, you can simplify the way you want. Yeah, any question, guys? So first of all, the circumference is pi d. So we found the one revolution is 88 inches. Yeah, I'm just doing it, explaining it again. So 28 pi is the circumference. Do you understand that, guys? The 28 pi is the circumference, means one revolution. Good. Then we have total 176 feet to cover. So we divided 176 by 88. But the problem was 176 was in terms of feet. So I multiplied it by 12. And then I just simplified. This simplification, this helps if you understand. I'm going to show the simplification one more time here. It was 176. You should try it too. Times it by 12 and divide it by 88. So, I simplified different way. I could simplify by 11 also. So 8 goes 11. 11 goes 8 times. 11 goes into 176 is 16 times. Then again 8 goes into 16 2 times. All I have remaining is the 2 and the 12. So 2 times 12, that's 24. Any question, guys? Alright, let's move to the next one. '82. So Tariq has 4 books: math, physics, chemistry, and biology. And how many different combinations can the books are ordered? assuming that they're placed straight on the line. So this one is an easy. So the 4 books, we draw 4 lines. So what we can say, I have, how many options do I have for the first book? Yeah, we're gonna do all the questions, don't worry, like slowly, inshallah. So let's take a look. So I have 4 books. Somebody tell me what it is. Yes. So I have 4 options for the first book to select. Then 3. You have 4 factorial, very good. Then 2 options and 1. And you multiply, you get 3 times 4, 12 times 2, 24. So 24 different ways you can simplify. Some of you are saying the factorial thing. So 4, this exclamation symbol is factorial. That means it's 4 times 3 times 2 times 1. So which is 24. Any question? Alright, let's try the next one. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. Alright, this one, 83. This is an age question. It says, Jacob is 3 times as old as Jackson. In 4 years, Jacob will be 14 years more than 1/4 of Jackson's age. How old is Jackson? So whenever they have these kind of age questions, we try out the options. So the question is saying, how old is Jackson now? So I'm going to say Jackson is 4, the first one. If Jackson is 4 years old right now, then Jacob is 3 times as old as Jackson. So that's 3 times 4, 12. In 4 years, okay, now 4 years later, how old Jackson is going to be if I do plus 4? So that's 8. How old will be Jacob 4 years later? Somebody tell me. $16? Good. Now we have to check the condition. They said, okay, 4 years later, Jacob will be 14 years more than 1/4 Jackson. What is 1/4 Jackson? What is 1/4 of 8? One-fourth of 8 is 2. Good. 1/4 times 8, 2. Now 14 more than that. So 2 plus 14. Does it make Jacob's age? It works out. So A is the answer. So any question, guys? All right, make sure you guys try to understand first and don't be satisfied until you really understand it, okay? Just because you understand a little bit of it and then you guys be like, okay, I kind of get the idea, and then later you guys forget. So make sure after I go over, when you go home, I mean, you are at home, so you practice again. You guys see 84? What to do for 84, guys? Okay, the 9th grade SHSAT, first of all, you gotta understand what it is. This is the similar things, maybe 10%, 15% extra other stuff, but you don't gotta skip these questions. It's gonna be a whole lot of these plus more. So don't take it lightly, and if you get, most of the people make mistake with the smaller easy questions, so no longer dreaming. I think yeah, it's time to wake up and then see that these questions are going to come for 9th grade as well. Okay, now 84, what is the prime factorization? Yeah, you can do cake method. Yes. Yeah, you could do other stuff, but cake is like, 176. You can start dividing by 2. So you get 5 times 2. Yeah. Can you guys see it? Yeah. Okay. So 5 times 2, 10. So that's 17. Then 8 times 2, 16. And 8 again. Divided by 2. So you get 2, 9, 4. Divided by 2, you get 1, 4, 7. Can I divide by 2 anymore? I don't think so. So let's divide by 3. 49. Can I divide by 3 anymore? Yeah, so we got to divide by 7 now. So we get 7. 7 again. So 1. We do it until we get 1 on top. So this is the candle. So we call it cake method, prime factorization. Cut the cake is not important. Cut it. So we have 3 2's. So I can write 2 power 3. And we have 1 3's. So I can write times 1 3. We have 2 7's, so I can write 7 power 2. Which one is the answer? Any question? '85 says the figure below, the diagonal of the square math is 4 radical 2. What is the area of the shaded region? What do we do for that? The diagonal is 4 radical 2. So let me remind you, if you have a square, if you have a square, each side is 3 by 3. What is the diagonal? That's right. Very good. So if each side is 3, the diagonal will be 3 radical 2. Good. That's what works. So here they said this works for a square, all squares. If you have each side, if you have each side 7 by 7, it will be 7 radical 2. Just put a radical 2 next to it. Now, here, since they gave you the diagonal 4 radical 2, each side must be 4 by 4. They said, what is the shaded area? So, shaded is always the total minus the unshaded. Now, the total is a square, which is 4 by 4, that's 16, minus unshaded is a circle, right? What is the radius of the circle? What is the radius of the circle? Two. Remember one thing. So this is 4, right? The side length, which is also the diameter of the circle. So this is not the diameter. Diameter is this, which is 4. So radius is 2. Make sense? How do you find area of a circle? Pi r squared. Pi times 2 squared is 4 pi. So minus 4 pi. Now, which one of the options looks the same as this? First one is 4 pi minus 16, which is not same thing as 16 minus 4 pi. So what is the answer? B. It's the same thing. See, if you distribute, that's 16 minus 4 times pi is 4 pi. Which part you were confused about? Yogi? Yeah, 4 times 4. So the rule is when you have a square and each side, if it is 7 by 7, the diagonal is just 7 radical 2. Okay, so but in this case they gave us that the diagonal is 4 radical 2, so we knew that the each side must have been 4 by 4. And how do you find area of a square? You just do length times width, 4 times 4, which is 16. That's how I got 16. So now since the side length is 4, the diameter of this circle inside is also 4. So the radius is 2. So we had to find the area of the square, which is 4 by 4, that's 16, minus the circle which has a radius 2, which is pi r squared. So that was 4 pi, so that's why this was the answer. Any question, guys? Good, very good. Okay, now 86. Take it easy, learn slowly, you don't have to rush. And each one of these questions you should practice 2-3 times. If you practice one time, it's not a happen. 86. Remember, let me remind you. It says Bobby is 1 1/5. Write it on this side. 1 1/5 as old as David. And half. So Bobby is also half. 1 1/2 times as old as Rose. Now, what fraction of David's age is Rose's age? So I have to make a fraction. Is it David over Rose or Rose over David? Who can tell me that? How do you know it's Rose is the numerator? I know some of you should remember what did I say, that after the word of, whatever it comes, that's the denominator. So what fraction of? So it's out of David. So it's David it's Rose over David, right? Now what I will say is, in one way you can pick numbers, if that's what you want to pick a number for Bobby, and based on that you can solve for the David. But if you're a little algebra, if you're okay with it, you can tell. Alright, so 1 1/5 means 6 over 5. And 1 1/2 means 3 over 2. Make sense? So I want to solve for David. How do I solve for David here? Right, I want to solve for D. Multiply by 5, we could do that. Or can I multiply by 5/6? could cross multiply 2 or multiply. You see that 6 over 5, the reciprocal is 5 over 6. I'm just going to multiply by 5 over 6. So maybe it is 5/6 b. Just going to plug it in here. How do I solve for rows? What do I multiply by? 2/3. Very good. So just the reciprocal, like opposite. So rows is 2/3 b. The b and b cancel out because b over b is just 1. Do you guys know how to divide 2/3 by 5/6? It's a fraction division. Keep, change, flip. 2/3, change the division to multiplication times 6/5. I can simplify 6 and 3, it's 1 and 2. So what's the final answer? Yeah, very good. No longer dribbling. Yeah, simplify and then it's 4/5. So this percent question, this is easy. I'm going to skip that one. So today I'm just trying to focus on bit advanced work. So 88. What is the area of an equilateral triangle that has the same perimeter as the square above? Okay, this is a good question. You are a good question. Now, so the area of the equilateral triangle that has the same percent as the square, same perimeter as this. What do we do? So the perimeter of this square is, each side is 3, 3, 3, 3, right? So that's 12. Now they said that there's an equilateral triangle which has perimeter 12 as well. Now what is the side, each side of the equilateral triangle then? Can I say it is 3? No, 3 plus 3 plus 3 is not 12. Because remember that the square had 4 sides, it has 3. And perimeter has to be 12. So what must be each side of the equilateral triangle? 4. Now, to find the area of an equilateral triangle, there is a shortcut. There is a formula. Who knows the formula to find the equilateral triangle area? Somebody put it on the chat. Area of the equilateral triangle. It's x squared radical 3 over 4. X is the side length. Okay, it's pretty simple formula, like learn it. Look, if each side is 4, so 4 square is, so you're going to plug in the 4 square. Radical 3 just stays there, don't bother, over 4. So that's 16 radical 3 over 4. And 16 divided by 4 is 4. So it's 4 radical 3. Yeah, the half base times height thing is not going to work here because the base is 4, but we don't know the height. The height is that middle line. You could find the height by using Pythagorean theorem. Like for example, this side is 2, right? And you want to find this. So that's a 4. So you can do 2 square plus x square equal to 4 square. That's 4 plus x square equal to 16 minus 4 both sides. So x square equals 12 square root. So x is square root of 12, which is the same thing as 4 radical 3. Is it? No, 2 radical 3. What did I do wrong here? Oh, yeah, that's not what this is. This is just the area. 4 radical 3 is the area. But this is not, this is just the height, square root of 12. So that's not the same as 4 radical 3, sorry. So then once you know the height, you have to do half base times height, which is a lot of work. So if you know how to find the area of an equilateral triangle, just use this formula, job will be done. Just memorize it. Let's try one more question, similar. If you have an equilateral triangle with side length 8, what is the area of this triangle? Try. You can do, each side is 8. So 8 square radical 3 over 4. So 8 square is 64 radical 3 over 4. So that's 64 divided by 4 is 16 radical 3. Done. Good. Any question, guys? E9 is easy. You plug in the -2 in here first, and also there, and then solve for B. So you gotta be careful with that. Number 90, how do you do that? If each angle of a regular polygon is 144, how many sides does it have? Must have like a lot of sides. Or maybe not. How do you do that, 90? Yeah, very good. So there is a formula, right, to find the sum of angles, which is n minus 2 times 180. This gives you the total. But we don't know how many sides does it have. So whatever this is, we have to divide it by n. That's the number of angles. Then you get 144. Now you can cross multiply whatever this is with 1. So n minus 2 times 180 144n. You can distribute the 180. So that's 180n minus 360. And then you solve the equation the similar way. You get to minus 144. Actually, I'll do minus 180n both sides. So negative 360 equal to, what is 144 minus 180? 36. Negative Divide both sides by negative 36. Like 10 sides, 10 angles. Very good. Any questions? I hope you guys are taking these things seriously. Your test is coming up, in a couple of weeks, and so I'm just trying to help. Yeah, you should learn some things about scientific notation. Well, scientific notation, the number has to be bigger than 1, but less than 10, bigger than or equal to 1. Another way, there can be only one number, one digit before the decimal. So C is out, B is out, because B is less than 1. So either one of them. Now see which one is correct. So we can move the decimal 1, 2 times to the left. First of all, you see there's a 10 power 3. So you multiply 563.18 times 10 power 3. 10 power 3 means like 1,000. When you multiply by the 1,000, you move the decimal 3 times. So it's 53,180. Now let's make it scientific. The decimal is at the end always. I have to move it 1 time, 2 times, still not scientific. 3, 4, 5 times. So it's 5.6318 times 10 power 5 because I moved it 5 to the left. $92 is the LCM. For some reason, like a lot of students don't know about it, like how to do these kinds. Do you guys know anyone? What happens like here, we don't have to do the cake. They already did it for us. So now, how do we find the LCM between J and K? Oh, they already did the cake. Well, let me tell you. So let's learn how to find GCF first, okay? LCM we're going to do after. So how many 2's do you have on top here? If you have to write it, like let me more expand it. So I have 2 2's, 1 3, and 2 7's, right? The bottom I have K is equal to 1 2 4 3's and 1 7. Now GCF only takes common. So I have a 2 and 2, these two are common. So I can take 1 2. But I have another 2, but this doesn't have anything common with the other one. So there's a 3 and 3 that can be a pair. It's common. But these 3's doesn't have a pair. 7 and 7. So this is GCF. It's only the greatest common. Okay. Now LCM does the same thing. It will take 2, 3, and 7. But LCM takes also these rest of the guys who are not common, which was 3 3's, 1 extra 2, and the 1 extra 7. So LCM will take these extra numbers as well. GCF is just the first part. LCM is both. So how many 2's? We have 2 2's, 1 2 3 4 3's, and 2 7's. This is GCF. Any question? I'm going to give you another one similar. Let me give you one more. Try this one. A is equal to 2 power 3, 3 power 2, 5 power just 5, and 7 power, let's say 2. And B is 2 power 2, 3 power 7, 7 is too big, let's say 3 power 4, 5 power 2, and 7. Now what is the GCF and LCM? Tell me. So LCM would be 2 power 3 and all. Okay. Alright, very good. So GCF is just common. So I have two 2's. GCF takes the lower exponent. See 2 power 3. So I'll take another technique I'm going to show you. But for GCF, you could also do that. Always take the lowest exponent. So between 2 power 3 and 2 power 2, you can just take 2 power 2. And 3 power 2 and 3 power 4, take 3 power 2. 5 and 5 power 2, just take 5. 7 power 2 and 7, just take 7. For LCM, however, you take the higher power. So between 2 power 2 and 2, 3, take 2, 3. 3, 2 and 3, 4, take 3, 4. And 5 power 2 and 7 power 2. You get it? So LCM takes the higher power and GCF takes the lower power. Done. Even though GCF says greatest, so we take lowest power. That's what the most common is lower one. Question? Okay. Well, let's continue. 93. You guys understand 93? Jacob is labeling a Sharpie from letter A to P. What is the 417? So A to P, how many letters is that? Okay. So we just divide 417 by what? 16 letters, so 16. So 11 minus 2 is, well, 9. 6. So remainder 1. So 26 sets of letters. We can do like A to P, again A to P 26 times. But there will be one remaining letter. What are we gonna do? What is that letter going to be? Letter is going to be A, because it will end on P and then again start a new set, but it's just one remainder. So good, very good, guys. Well, 94, I think it's easy, right? You know how to find percent increase? The new minus old times divided by the old times 100. Good. Okay, 95. Anyone needs help with that? Try that. do 95. The figure above, the four equilateral triangle, they put it in there. Equilateral triangle, each angle is how much? How much is each angle of an equilateral triangle? 60. Now, you know that all these angles, if I add, how much is going to be? How much is all these angles add up to? 360, because it's a circle. Now the thing is, these are part of the equilateral triangle, so I know that this is 60, 60, 60, 60. It's just we don't know what ABCD is. So we know that if you add all this is 360, you said, right? So I have ABCD, so A plus B plus C plus D, plus I have 1, 2, 3, 4 60s, that's 4 times 6, 240. So if I add all these, you said it's going to be 360. So I can minus 240 both sides. So A plus B plus C plus D is equal to how much? 120. Did they want the sum of A plus B plus C plus D or the average? How do we find average? Yeah, we can just divide it by 4. There are 4 numbers, so 120 is the sum total, divided by 4 is 30. Make sense, guys? Do you understand 96? For any integer k, which of the following is a 4 consecutive multiple of 3? Consecutive means what? In order, right? So E is not going to be it, because if E is a multiple of 3 plus 1 is not the next multiple of 3, it's going to add 3 every time. So it could be F actually. If 3k is the first one, next one you have to add 3, 6, yeah. Okay, why not K? Oh, because, yeah, if you multiply by 3, definitely it's a multiple of 3. You guys understand 97? Anyone needs help with 97? Take a look. If you need help, you can ask. It's an open chat. Nobody cares. Good. So 97 says, on a Sunday, Jason received a box full of chocolates from his father. Monday, he ate 1/7 of the chocolate. So let's make it like a table thing. Okay, let's do it here on this side. I'm gonna do it here. So, do the table here. So Monday, it's like how much he ate and how much remaining, okay? So Monday he ate 1/7, remains 6/7. You understand that part? After he ate 16 more chocolates on Tuesday, so Tuesday 16 more, 2/3 of the original number of the chocolates were left. So Monday 1/7, so 6/7 was left over. Right? And Tuesday he got 16. Now the leftover is 2/3 of the original. So how many chocolates they were in the box? Can we try out the options? Let's try out the options. So let's say 28 was the total chocolates. Okay. So if Monday he ate 1/7, 1/7 is 28 divided by 7, that's 4. So minus the 4, there will be 24 chocolates. And then 16 more chocolates he ate on the next day, minus 16, that's 8. Now 2/3 of the original number of chocolates were left. Is 2/3 of 28? Well, first of all, 28 is not even divisible by 3. So we know that 20 is not going to work. So we're going to try the next one. Yes, will be divisible by 3. So this is not. It's between these two. So 48, let's say. 1/7, and it has to be divisible by 7 as well, because 1/7 of 48 we can't. So yeah, answer is 84, but we can try it out. So 1/7 of 84 is 12. So minus that, 72 chocolates after eating 1/7, minus 16 more. So that's 72 minus 10, 62. 56, and 2/3 of 84, is it 56? 3 goes into 84 2 times 28 times 2, yeah, it is 56. So 84 is going to work anyways, I know, because whatever the number we're looking for, it has to be divisible by 3 and 7. Yeah, it's like H questions. You can try out the options. Any question? You can use algebra as well. If you like algebra, I can just show you one simple idea. You can say total, it was X. He ate minus 1/7 X, then minus 16. Then the remaining was 2/3 of the original. Then you solve for X, that's it. Either way, it's fine. Any question, guys? Oh, did I just put the work somewhere? Sorry. Let me write down the work quickly again. My bad, guys. So I tried out the 84. So it was 84. And then I did minus the 1/7, which is 12. So that was 272. And then I minused the 16 more, that was 56 remaining. So 2/3 of the 84 was 56 as well, so it works. 2/3, I got it from the question. You know, here it says he ate 1/7 first and then 16. Whatever the remaining, it has to be 2/3 of the original. So he ate 1/7, which is 12, and then 16. So remaining was 56. We want it to be the 2/3 of the original, which is 84. You guys understanding? For 98, what can you do? I want to do this one. Can we do proportion? Like set up a proportion like this. K pencil, X dollar. So K over X. Done. What will be the cost of Y pencil? Well, by the way, which one was the cost? The K or X? X, right? So X is the cost, so and K is the pencil. So they said, what is the cost? We don't know. Oh, so X is the cost. Cost is in the bottom. We don't know what that is. Oh, Y pencil. But usually we pick X for the missing, but we don't want to pick X anymore. So because X is already there, I'll pick A. And then you just solve for A. Cross multiply. I'll explain 97 again. Wait. I mean an example. Wait. So KA is equal to XY. What are we solving for? A or X? We're solving for A. So what you can divide both sides by is K, whatever is next to A. So A is equal to XY over K. Well, for 97, it's just fraction. Honestly, 97, I would say you can look back into my lesson. I will keep it there on YouTube. Even after the class, you can just listen to it again and it'll be fine. Do you guys see 98? I think he used it. Do you understand 99? Oh, I put A again there because what happened is I picked a random number, a random letter. So 99, anyone needs help? Yeah, 97, I will do it again. You can also go back to the video and look at it again. This video is gonna be saved. How about 100? I have a feeling that no longer dreaming is Aeon. But yeah, I can tell by the way you speak. You don't have to say anything. Now, how about 100? Anyone needs help? Okay, let's do 100. A jar contains 5 nickels, 8 dimes, 9 quarters. If the coins are pulled out of the jar at random and not replaced, what is the minimum number of coins that must be pulled out of the jar to ensure that at least 3 of every kind is there? Okay, this is a very trick question, but easy. It says, what is the minimum number of coins you need to take out to make sure that you have 1 of each? What I'll say is, if you take out 12, let's say, right? I can have 8 dimes and 4 nickels. It doesn't give you 100% that you're gonna have each. If you have 15, I can have 9 plus 8, that's 15. More than that, I can have all dimes and quarters only. If we say 17, 8 plus 9, that's 17. So you're gonna pick 20. One way to do it is add all 3 up. So 8 plus what is the largest one is 9. If you pick 20, so 8 plus 9 will be 17. So rest of it has to be nickel. So it means 1 of each kind is definitely there. But if you say 17, that means I could just have 8 quarters and 8 dimes and 9 quarters. That will be 17 as well. So 20 will ensure for sure 100% you're gonna have 1 of each kind. You guys get it? I'm going to do 111 and then I'm going to be done for the day. Take a look at 111. I'm going to show you one simple idea. So you see a plus b and a plus b, it will just cancel out. Because remember, it's a multiplication. And let me tell you one thing. A minus b over b minus a. Before that, let's say a plus b over a plus b. The answer is just, if you could cancel out, it 1. But if you have a minus b over b minus a, the answer will be negative 1 when you cancel. So a minus b and b minus a will be negative 1. And a plus b and a plus b is just 1. 1 times negative 1 is negative 1 times negative 7 is positive 7. Yeah, I'm doing 111. So I can give you one more similar question. Yeah, so you see a plus b and a plus b, it cancels out. A plus b over a plus b is just 1. Okay? And a minus b and b minus a, when you cancel out, you get negative 1. So 1 times negative 1 is negative 1 times negative 7 is positive 7. This video is going to stay on my channel, so you can go back and see them again. I'm going to give you one more example. So let's say x plus y times x plus y. Here x minus y and y minus x. What is the answer? Who can tell me? Can you tell me the answer, somebody? Look, x plus y and x plus y cancel out. It's like simplifying. And y minus x and x minus y, when it simplifies, it's just negative 1. So the answer is just negative 1. Done. Any question, guys? Good. Yeah, it's just canceling. Cancel. A plus b. It's like if I were to do the numbers. It's 5 cancel out, 4 cancel out, answer is negative 1. Alright guys, so I'm gonna stop here. So how many hours a day you are studying at home? Yeah, but one thing remember, you have to study, well, I'm doing 99, I'm just going to explain. So you have to study smartly, okay? So not just, just randomly studying a lot. Each and every concept, you learn it well, do it 4 or 5 times, each question, these are advanced. So each question you do 1 time, it's not going to work, you're not going to remember. So I would suggest that you keep practicing. Time is very short. Alright, so I'm going to do 99 before I go. There was a request from one of you. Good, very good. But don't be exhausted, by the way. Like, make a good plan, follow the plan. Alright, 99. So B and this, whatever this thing is, A, it means 2A minus B, whatever. And the triangle is this. You just plug in. Look at this. 3 star 2, right? So 3 is the B. And A is the 2. Now just plug in. So B star A is 2A minus B. So 3 star 2 means 2 times here B is the 3. And A is the 2. So 2 times A, which is 2, minus B is 3. Just plug in. So 4 minus 3, 1. The triangle, you have to do with the triangle thing. The triangle, they said A, this triangle B means 3B. So I have 2 triangle B. A is 2 here and B is, 3, 2 triangle 3. B is 3. So all they said is just multiply 3 times B, which is B is 3, so 3 times 3, 9. Now they said whatever answer you get here and here, do the star thing again, which is 1 and 9. So 1 star 9. I'm going to follow the first one again, which is B star A means 2A minus B. So 1 star 9 means 2 times B is the 1, remember this. A is the 9. So 2 times 9 minus 1. 17. It's about plugging in, that's it. Tenzin, my boy. Alright, so I will see you guys next time. I'm gonna put more of these. I just want to see that it's working. There's 19 people watching. I have a lot more students than that. I kind of have an idea who's not here, so I hope you're studying at home. Alright guys, any questions? The symbols doesn't after the numbers do. Okay, the symbols like just means like you just follow, copy, paste. Symbol is just made up thing, it's not real. I can make up one myself. Like for example, if I say A and the square B means 2A minus B, then 3 square 4 means what? 2 times 3 minus 4. That's it. I can make up anything like that. Yeah, for 9th grade we're doing one too. Yeah, I'm gonna make more of these. Yeah, if you guys are learning, why not? These questions are here. I'm pretty sure you guys have some of these questions. I'm gonna leave it here so you can practice later. You don't have the worksheet. These are some good questions. You are a good question. (109), the answer is just 360. Remember this, any polygon, any shape, these are the outside angle, these are called exterior angle. All exterior angle always are up to 360. If it is a triangle, square, anything, it's always. Somebody picked up a joke in the middle of the class. Tenzin, I'm pretty sure. Alright guys, you have a good day. Thanks for joining the class. Bye guys. Love you too. Alright. How do you do that thing by the way? Yeah, I gotta learn that. Alright guys, have a good day. Bye. Take care. Bye bye guys.